Hey, this is Bug Powder Dust. Thank you once again for joining me for a game which showcases how well a team can work together against the odds and against toxic team chat, toxic-ish team chat. So we've already got the T-43, you'll see in chat saying, okay team, let's all go to one side, let's lose it quick. And then the Oni says, seriously, this map, I'm going to get Artie to death. So he's deciding, before we do anything, that he's just going to suicide. So I just put, cheer up team. So you see where the Oni's going now, let's follow the Oni. Well, in that sort of tank he shouldn't be going there, he should be coming to the hill, which is where I'm going to go. It's where the heavies kind of need to go, really. Yeah, so Oni's, there we go. I'm just going to drive on the right to finish this quick. Don't do it, guy. It's not worth it. And I said to him, don't be a dick. Yeah, I shouldn't have used that language necessarily, but I'm thinking, don't throw the game. This is just not fair on us, on everybody else. There's loads of people getting shots, go to T25, you know, lots of people camping. So the Oni again is still saying in chat, I won't play this map. Well, what are you going to do? So you can see he's just driven out in front of everybody, he's getting hit. We've lost to T25 and now we've lost, or we will be losing the Oni very shortly. So we're 2 tanks down and we're 56 seconds in. So let's forward on a little bit. Okay. So we've pushed on a little bit. I'm still going up to the hill. I've got an FV up here. SP1C is spotting, but as I said, you know, we're 2 tanks down, and they were on paper anyway good players. Now, I'm thinking, okay, well, what am I likely to come up against on the hill? Let's change the settings here. So probably the Lerva, potentially the Tiger, maybe the 87. So that's who I'm going to come up with. Now, providing I can stay hull down, I can probably deal with those guys. Although the Lerva hull down is quite hard to take on. But I've got the SP1C off to my left here. FV hopefully will come and back me up. So I'm going to push up the hill and we'll see what we come up against. So far so good. The team isn't going nuts, and so everyone's kind of holding their ground. There's maybe a few more mediums down in the kind of H1 area than I'd like, but you know, it is what it is. And we lose a Cromwell. So we don't have much in the kind of C8, C7 area. So there's no spotting going on really. However, I'm about to crest the hill. So let's see what we can see. What are we coming up against? Let's have a look. So I spot a Lerva, and I pull up a little bit. I expose a little bit too much of my lower plate. I wasn't hull down enough. So I back up, and I'm shooting his lower plate, but I think I hit under his tank and it ricochets. So I'm going to try and track the guy again, make sure he doesn't move. Got a good rate of fire, so I can pretty much get away with doing this. And he gets taken down. The T-43 finishes him off. So, get hit by Artie. Repair the crew, in particular the driver that got hit by the Lerva. And let's see, what else have we got? So we've got the ARL V39, okay good, that's a TD we can do with killing. Don't see many of those these days. They're roundly, the opinion is roundly that they are quite bad. So getting some good shots in here, relatively accurate gun. Just blind fire, because you never know. Ah, Lorraine. Primary target for me. Let's try and take this guy down. Try and give the SP1C a little bit of cover. So Lorraine's backing off. Oh, SP1C respots well, he actually doesn't spot Lorraine, he spots the 87. So I'm trying to get a couple of shots on 87. This is one guy who, it's quite hard to hit this guy at range, because you have to kind of snipe the weak spots, which is notably the Commander Cupola on top. So I'm seeing if I've got a shot on these guys. I don't. The 87 gets picked up again. And I bounce. So I'm thinking I'm going to take the Chi-Ri. Don't need to. It's got taken out. The FV422's gone right into the 87, which is brave considering that the Lorraine is right there. So I switched to gold now. I need to finish off this 87 fast to try and look after the FV. But it just isn't fast enough and the FV goes down, unfortunately. But I'm going to keep with the gold just for now, because trying to hit this guy at range is going to be difficult. Even with gold you can see it doesn't particularly work. So I now switch to HE. I noticed that he's only got a few hit points left. HE should be enough. He's probably still here. Boom. Good enough. So that was probably better than spamming a gold rounds blindly. Okay. What do we have? So I'm paranoid about this Lorraine. Now the Lorraine can chew through me. The burst damage of the Lorraine is actually quite high, and he's probably reloaded by now. It's been about 30-40 seconds since we last saw him. I don't want to get caught by that in the open. So it's 7-6. So in terms of tanks, we're holding our ground really. The team hasn't gone nuts. I'm going to move down into some cover. Maybe try and get some shots on the guys on the right, but my view range doesn't extend that far, and the TDs and the IKV, sorry, the IKV, the TD and the T43 are all kind of clustered behind the little hill in D7. They don't want to get hit, spotted and hit. There's still a lot of guns left in play. So everyone's being patient, and no one's going YOLO for now. So I'm really aware that I'm exposing my right hand side, but I need to move up to try and extend my view range here. And reach a bit of an impasse. Don't really know what I can do here. If I cross this field and Lorraine catches me, he can tear me apart. I've got 1,029 hit points left, and I'm pretty sure the Lorraine can do that in one clip, but I'm not convinced. But I don't want to risk it, because we stand a chance of winning this game. They've got a couple of good, well, 3 good players on paper. They've got a Unicum light tank, which really worries me because Unicums and light tanks are scary. They can spot you and just ruin you, and they're smart enough just to passive scout. So kind of side scraping out, seeing if I can pick anything up. But I mean that area is a nightmare to try and spot into. There's so many trees and rocks and everything. The chance of spotting something is quite low. My spotting range isn't great either. So kind of sit here thinking, well, no one's really getting spotted. So the Hummel says in chat, be patient. They won't be. Absolutely. I think this is the right play. Let's be patient for a little bit. See what we can do. If we can maybe knock out another couple of tanks, that would be ideal. So let's just let's pause, take stock. And I said in chat, well, just let them come to us, but they're being quite patient as well, which is frustrating. So again, side scraping. There's not much I can do at this point. T43 is kind of poking forward and coming back, so he's not exposing too much of himself, which is the right thing to do. Really, the T43 is the last scout that we've got on this side of the map anyway, who could possibly do anything. But he's wisely retreating. There's no point in him throwing away himself for nothing. But they have a light tank, as I said earlier, which is kind of key. So I'm getting a bit itchy feet here, and I'm thinking I could push up. If the T43 supports me and the RT supports me, I can push up spot. But I don't want to risk too much, as Lorraine really bothers me. If the Lorraine wasn't there, I'd probably go for it. So you notice now that the the enemy ARL V39 has shot and killed the enemy Jagdpanther. So I don't know what's going on with that. They must have had a misunderstanding. But so that's one less tank that we need to fight, which is great. So I'm thinking, well, given that there's now one less tank in that area, that's maybe an opportunity to move up. And what prompts me to move finally is, I believe the RT, the Hummel, our RT, says he's ready to fire. We just killed a Cromwell, so we're now quite ahead of them on tanks. I'm thinking this is the time to go. This is the time to go. So the Hummel says he's ready to fire, and then I move. And I think this was the right play in the circumstances. Maybe I left it too long, but we could lose this game completely because we don't have any heavies left, and they've got some. Well, they got a lot of firepower. That Lorraine specifically is dangerous. Our Scorpion G is on not many health points, as we can see if we look over here. I mean, he could get killed by a strong breeze. Right, so I say, okay, Hummel on me. Hummel acknowledges, so I move down, get into the dip to make myself hull down. Pushing up and hoping for blind luck. If I can't spot in easily, they can't spot out easily. That's kind of what I'm banking on, if they're a little bit deeper into the woods here. So, trying to avoid knocking the trees down. I'm going to go for this dip right in front of me. I'm asking the T43 to move up on the mini-map. Get down to the dip. This is the bit I wanted to do, so I've now got a couple of wrecks in front of me. And this is again now where I expose myself a lot, so again down to the dip. And this one gets spotted, and Lorraine clearly spotted me, so hits me, bounces off my track. I'm kind of wiggling a little bit, bounces again. I think that's his third shot, fourth shot. So I'm re-spotted. So I'm keep moving forward. I've got to spot this guy, so I have to keep moving forward. There we go, got him. I'm pretty sure he's out of ammo now, so pop him. He gets popped. A couple of shots, probably into the side of the turret. I don't know exactly where they went, actually. Yeah, just under there, you can see it. Okay, that's fine, but I think the tide has now turned in our favour. And we've now... Well, you got them boxed in on all sides, pretty much. So I go for the lower plate of the Jagdtiger with the gun. Kind of let me down. So I switched to premium because I really don't want to lose this now. So this now should mean that I can probably pen him anywhere on the front, really. And I'm just a bit nervous about the people to my left hitting the side of my turret, so I'm just kind of going to back off a little bit. Switch back to normal armor piercing. Oh, well, that's not a very good aim shot by me, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter. He gets taken down. T25, I think he's behind some cover. He is, he's behind the buildings. And we go for the 1375. I don't think realises he's been spotted. Don't get a second shot in, unfortunately. No, I haven't got the shot there. So definitely looking much better now. 1375 does manage to take out the Scorpion G. Not surprised, Scorpion G was on very low health. And if he fired and missed, he's got a very long reload. So the 1375 could quite easily knock him out. And we take out the last two tanks. So patience and team cohesiveness maybe did win the day after all. So here's the end of game stats, which I thought would be worth looking at in this particular instance. So interestingly enough, I mean, I did what, almost 4,000 damage, yet that only gets me a Mastery Class 2 badge, which means you've got a lot of really good people playing the Carnarvon, and honestly the Carnarvon is a hull-down monster, so I'm not entirely surprised. Got her after the usual medals, Bruiser and Lucky and all the rest of it, but got Spartan, got High Caliber, and also Steel Wall, which is really nice. Team score came top on damage, top but only just on XP. Don't really know what the T-3485 did, but it clearly contributed a lot to the game, so fair play to him. In fact, you know, the whole team that survived, good for them for not just kind of flipping out and losing. I mean, the Oni here, awful, just disgusting what he did. Just because you don't like the map, you don't throw it. It's just ridiculous. I don't condone that at all. Detailed report, I fired a little bit of premium, so therefore I don't get a lot back, but that's fine, it is what it is. But it was a nice win, and now I'm that much closer to the Conqueror. But really I just wanted to show the game, because it does show what happens if the team kind of just stays together, and you don't all get hostile in chat and you know, decide that, oh, we can't win this, and so everyone throws the game or YOLOs, and you know, it just goes to show that teamwork can pay off if everybody is suitably patient and grits their teeth and digs in. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please leave a like or a comment, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one. Oh, and I forgot to say, if you're watching this before Sunday the 21st, I've got a live stream going on, Sunday 21st, 8 PM GMT, so if you can spare some time to come and join me, that'd be very nice to have you along. Right, take care, cheers, bye bye.